Hey, good afternoon. So, one of the things people ask me a lot for is advice on how to get a house ready when it's time for them to sell their house or they're getting ready to sell their house. And so they come at me with, a variety of different things and they want to know, you know, if I do this, will it bring me back money and then some after closing? And so there are some times when you spend $20,000 on a house and you're hoping to get $20,000 back. And most of the time, that's a sucker's bet. Most of the time, you lose out on it because what happens is you're customizing your house for your taste and your interests and your likes, and it doesn't necessarily translate to more money when you go to sell the house. So there are some things that actually do turn into money for you, and for every dollar spent, you make $3 back. Stuff like decluttering and deep cleaning. Those are important to do. When you declutter your home, it makes it much more sellable. When you give your house a deep clean, it makes your house much, much more sellable. It sells faster and it sells for more money. Things that have lower ROI are things like front doors and garage doors. You still do get a return on investment most of the time for those things. And, it does help your house sell faster and for more money. Things like kitchens and bathrooms don't necessarily turn into more money. You're most likely customizing your house for your interests, for your way, and it's not likely going to bring you the amount of money that you put into it back. As a rule, it doesn't mean that it can't happen. There are tons of people that are flippers that make money doing this, but they do it in a very specific way, under very specific circumstances, with very specific labor costs, very specific material costs, and they've negotiated the property in such a way that they were making money day one. That's when those kinds of things work. So one of the things to consider is customization. Sometimes people overly customize their house. They put in some sort of obscure wallpaper covering something, and most of the time that doesn't translate to everyone liking or to most people liking it, because that's why it's so custom or over customized. So you have to be mindful of what those things are. And if you ask me my professional opinion, I'll obviously share that with you. And sometimes it hurts your feelings, and I don't mean to. I really try to be polite when I come out to people's houses. But if you really want to know what's going to happen or what's not going to happen, I'm going to be able to tell you, based on past performance, this is what future performance is probably going to be dictated by. So one of the things people call me and ask me about is a bathtub remodel. Should they remove the bathtub? And sometimes people don't want a bathtub. If you don't want to take a bath and you like to shower, the bathtub doesn't make any sense. It's just something to clean. But if you've got young kids, a lot of parents like to put their kids in the bathtub and clean their kids that way. Shower doesn't really work that well for them. And so you kind of got to know the demographic and the possibility and probability in that area of who's going to buy that house. And so you kind of have to use predictive statistics to guess, this house has got stairs, it's likely going to be owned by a family. Yeah, maybe you should go ahead and put a combination bathtub shower in. Or, hey, this is a first floor unit, this is a 55 and over community. Yeah, go ahead and put that shower only and take the risk, because it's doesn't necessarily need to be there. Lawn service, making your lawn look super green or putting down some mulch is great, but overdoing the landscaping, unless the rest of the neighbors have overdone lawn care, it isn't going to help you either. So, in conclusion, it's case by case, house by house, neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street of what you should do to get the most money, the fastest turn time on your house to be able to sell it. And that's where, someone like me's experience and expertise is probably, worth a call at least. Or, a lot of times people have me come out. Sometimes after I'm done helping people figure out, how to declutter or organize their house a little bit better, sometimes they turn to me and tell me they want to keep it. And that's okay too. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they decided that they wanted to keep their house, and it feels good to be part of that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to call me or ask me questions, and have a great day.